Inside a bar, many gathered to enjoy themselves. In the corner of the place, 3 individuals were enjoying themselves more than the others. They were making a lot of noise, sometimes they would even begin to sing. Of course, the 3 individuals were Zaraki, Yukitake, and the visitor that was supposed to be their enemy, Espada number 1, Rimuru Tempest. Zaraki. You know why can the rest of the bad guys be like you? They always gotta be like I wanna rule the world is so played out. Rimuru. I know right, I hate those guys. They're so annoying. Yukitake. And you just wanna play around, but I gotta say I'm looking forward to the fight. I can't wait to get all out, ha ha ha. Zaraki. Wait a minute, you just got healthy, so take it easy. Yukitake. Don't worry, I just wanna fight. Rimuru. That's the spirit, I'll be supporting you, give them hell. Zaraki. Hey, you can't say that. Honestly, you're so weird. What type of guy supports their enemy? Rimuru. I don't care, just interested in a good fight. Yukitake. Speaking of a good fight, do your wives know you're here? Rimuru. I'm a grown man, I can do what I want. Zaraki. There goes Chloe and Seal right now. Rimuru flew up and looked at the door and saw nothing. Rimuru. Not cool, bro. Rimuru was still sweating from the scare. Yukitake and Zaraki just laughed. So the night continues with them drinking. Eventually, they were all passed out at the bar, and the owner had to call some members of the Soul Society to come get them. The next day, the 3 of them woke up in the infirmary. Zaraki holds his head. Zaraki. Man, my head feels like it's going to explode. Yukitake. I wanna die right now, I've never felt this bad before. Someone kill me. That's when they heard a voice. Rimuru. Ha ha ha, you 2 are overreacting, I feel fine, so get up. The 2 of them looked at him with administration. Zaraki. You are a monster among monsters. Yukitake. You drink more than us, how are you still fine? Rimuru. What can't I say, I'm just building different. The 2 of them just looked at each other. Rimuru. Come on, get up, it's my first day as a Soul Reaper. I'm so excited. Zaraki. Don't get your hopes up, it's pretty boring most of the time. Yukitake. Yeah, he is right. Rimuru. Yeah, just get up so we can go. The 3 of them finally got up and left towards their respective places. Rimuru was just happy to follow them around. Rimuru. You guys, I'm gonna go and look around on my own, I'll see you guys later, let's drink tonight again, okay? Zaraki. Oh god no, begging you demon. I refuse. Yukitake. If I see another bottle I die. Rimuru. Don't be like that, ha ha ha. Rimuru finally disappeared. While Yukitake and Zaraki were still standing there, a voice ranged out. Soifan. He seems pretty energetic, considering how you guys drank last night. Zaraki. That man is on another level. Yukitake. You can say that again. Zaraki looked at Soifan. Zaraki. You still keeping tabs on them? Soifan. I have to, it's my job. Yukitake. Well, you are aware he knows about it, right? Soifan. It doesn't matter, orders are still orders. She disappeared. In the training grounds, Kenpachi was taking on a few members of his squad for their daily training. Kenpachi. You guys aren't even trying. A voice comes from the balcony. Rimuru. So this is why you're so confident. Is because you play with weaklings, I'm disappointed. I expected more from you, Zaraki. Kenpachi just smiled. Kenpachi. Why don't you step in here and find out? Rimuru just smiled. Rimuru. Are you sure you could handle a little spar with me? What if you die? You seem kinda fragile, you know. Kenpachi. If you're scared I'd understand. Rimuru just laughed. Rimuru. Ha ha ha, you're a funny guy, alright, I'll play with you a bit, just don't die on me. He jumped down on the ground and walked forward. The other soldiers that were training stopped and went to the sidelines. Rimuru. If you can land one scratch on me I'll call you the winner, and if you can stay on your feet if I release my aura, then I'll use my blade to face you. Although Rimuru said that he knows that would never happen and is just playing Kenpachi. Kenpachi took off his eye patch and released all his spiritual pressure on Rimuru, causing the entire training facility to shake. Kenpachi just started to laugh. Kenpachi. Ha ha ha, what's the matter? Are you so scared that you can't even move? You were nothing but talk all this time. He took his sword. Kenpachi gathers all his spiritual pressure into one blow. His aura kept growing and growing. Rimuru started to clap. Clap, 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 clap. Rimuru. My, I'm sure it took hard work to reach this level, but unfortunately it's not enough. You are still just a small fry, and that would never change. I gotta say I expect more, but whatever, let's get this over with. Come at me with your best shot. Kenpachi launched forward at Rimuru with amazing speed. When he got close he reached back and swung as hard as he could, causing a giant hole to be made in the training grounds. Dust flew everywhere. Everyone who was a spectator was just watching for the dust to clear, but before that, a voice rang out. Rimuru. Like I said, you're a complete and another weakling. I'm insulted that you challenged me. For that I'll give you a small beating. That's when the dust finally cleared, revealing Rimuru just standing there with an Kenpachi blade in front of him. Kenpachi thought to himself. Kenpachi. What, the blade didn't even reach him? Rimuru points a finger at Kenpachi. Here, take this. He pushed his index finger against Kenpachi's forehead. When he removed it, blood sprayed all over his body from the cuts that appeared over his body. Kenpachi was also a knockout. Rimuru. Seems like my finger was too strong. I should hold back more. He said while walking away. The others spectating were just silent. Unhana Pav. These last few days have been interesting, from a war declaration to them staying here until the fight. Honestly, no matter how much I try to analyze those three, I get nothing. It's like they're not even there. This has been a stressful time. I can only imagine how the head captain must feel. Currently, I'm working past the training grounds on my way towards the office. That's when Jay heard Kenpachi and Rimuru arguing again. This is interesting. I stopped to see how this would play out. Kenpachi charged at him with full power, but he didn't even scratch him, and in response, Kenpachi was defeated by a finger. I stood there frozen. That's when I heard him say. Rimuru. Seems like my finger was too strong. I should hold back more. What the hell, there's no way he can be that strong, right? He just left like nothing happened. That's when a voice rang out. Chloe. Do you understand now? You can't beat us. Anahana. We'll see. This woman is tricky. Seal. We'll do whatever. Chloe, let's go. Those two left. Honestly, Chloe feels weird, but that Seal lady feels even more creepy. All my instincts are telling me to run. And Pav. Rimuru Pav. Right now I'm on my way towards the head captain's office. The fight will be tomorrow night. I wonder if they're ready. This whole time I've been trying to figure out how to make it up to Seal for not giving her enough attention, and I finally got an idea, and I know she'll love it. It will just be the two of us, like old time's sake, going on an adventure. I finally got to the office. I knocked. Knock, knock, knock. Yamamoto. Come in. I slowly opened the door. It's just the old man, huh? Well, whatever. Rimuru. Hey Cap, I just wanted to make sure you guys are ready because I'm leaving to get my guys for the fight. The old man's eye twitched. Yamamoto. Yes, I suppose we are. Rimuru. I'll bring them towards the open area. Yamamoto. I see, away from civilians. Rimuru. Of course, I just want to fight. Well, see you tonight. I walked out towards Seal and Chloe. The three of us teleported back towards Waco Mundo. Once we were inside the castle. Voldora. Yo, everyone is ready. Rimuru. Rimuru. I see. Well, I'm glad. I tooled my seat. Everyone lined up in front of me. Rimuru. You guys look pretty excited, but I have bad news. The atmosphere changes. Voldora. What do you mean? Rimuru. It's just that none of you are going to fight. The only ones that are going are me, Seal, Chloe, and Voldora. They were all shocked. Sterk. Wait, what do you mean? Lilynette. This is unfair. Rimuru. Shut up. It let me pressure out a bit. Instantly all the espadas were on their knees. Nell. If we're not gonna fight, then why tell us, huh? Why bring us together? I smiled. Rimuru. Finally a great question, and the answer is. I looked around. Rimuru. It's for our people. They all looked confused, so I stood up. Rimuru. Look around, this place has suffered long enough, and so have our people. This is why I figured that I could bring you together under the gist of a fight, but in reality, I brought you together to build our world up. This is why I split the world into 12 territories, and each of you will be held responsible for your territory. They were even more surprised. For so reason, Tyr Harrible is just smiling. Well, whatever. Rimuru. Look, I apologize for lying, but it's the only way. War is stupid. Taking care of your people is what truly matters. Seal. Seal walked over towards them. Seal. I've built a castle for each one of you in your domains, now go and do your job. They all left once they got their territory. Sterk is staying in this castle with Lillinette. They'll oversee everything. We open a portal towards the Soul Society. Sterk was insisting on at least taking us there and we accepted. Once we got there, all the captains were there with some others as well. Stark looked down and waved at Kairaki. Kairaki. Yo Sterk. Will we continue? He asked with a smile. Sterk. No, we're not fighting. Only Lord Rimuru and Chloe, Seal and Valdora. They were all shocked when he said that. Stark. Are you sure about this? Rimuru. Of course. You take care, okay, make sure everything goes well. Sterk returned. Chloe, Seal, and Valdora left. The four of us are looking down on the Soul Reapers. Rimuru. I changed my mind, I'll be fighting. I need a little practice now and then. I looked around. All the captains. 1st Division Shijikuni Yamamoto Genrisai. 2nd, Soifan. 3rd Rajuro Otorabashi. 4th, Retsuo Nahana. 5th, Shinji Hirako. 6th, Byakuya Kachiki. 7th, Seijin Kamamura. 8th Shunsui Kairaki. 9th Kensei Nugiruma. 10th Taoshiru Hitsugaya. 11th Kenpachi Zaraki. 12th Juishiro Yukitake. Number 13 is still out, huh? Well, whatever. There's also Ichigo, Kisk, and Yurichi. So 15 in total. We teleported on the ground. I looked at them. I smiled. Rimuru. All of you come at me, I'll take you all on. Valdora. Wait. Everyone just stood still. Valdora walks over towards me. Valdora. Hey, what's the big deal? First, you changed the plan at the last second, and now you're trying to keep the fun for yourself. Chloe. Valdora is right to leave, so for us. Seal. Kufufufu's master is so selfish. Everyone is just looking at the four of us arguing. Rimuru, fine, but stay out of my way. You can all fight one, but stay out of my way or else. Chloe. Konan Unahana, you wanted this fight. The two of them disappeared. Valdora. Alright, who is man enough to take me on? He smiled. Kensei. That would be me. Valdora. My man, let's go. The two of them disappeared. Seal. Soifan, shall we? They disappeared. Rimuru looked at the 13 reapers in front of him and smiled. Rimuru. What do you call someone that reaps reapers? They were all silent. Rimuru. It's death. He charged in. It was a beautiful night. The full moon shone through the entire battlefield. The clashing of blades was like a beautiful melody composed for this occasion. Valdora and Kensei's fight was as one would expect it to be, with hand-to-hand combat. The two of them kept trying new combinations, but it was obvious Valdora was just playing around. He never even took the match seriously, he was just playing around with him. When Valdora finally got bored, he defeated Kensei in one hit, knocking him out. Seal and Soifan had a high-speed battle with a lot of back and forth, but Soifan was finally stopped, but the steel treat that Seal used to tie her up with. Valdora walked over toward Seal. Valdora. Rimuru said he had a surprise for you. Seal beamed up. Seal. I also heard that. Valdora. Any idea what it is? Seal. No, he won't tell me. Valdora. I see. They looked over at Rimuru fighting 13 opponents. Rimuru's fight. Rimuru. Ha ha ha, come on, do better, y'all are not even trying. All the members that were facing Rimuru were already badly hurt. Rimuru. Look, just give up and let me be in charge already. I'll promise I'll make a new squad and be the captain. Why are you all so stubborn? Ichigo. Shut up. Rimuru just placed his hand on his chin. Rimuru. Fine if you don't want to listen. He started raising his pressure, and all of a sudden everyone was on their knees. Rimuru. I'll just crush you with my power. He kept raising it. Finally, the head captain spoke in a faint voice. Yamamoto. Stop, we give up. Just stop. All of a sudden all the pressure disappeared like it was never there. Rimuru just smiled and looked at Valdora, Chloe, and Seal. Rimuru. She, what did I tell you, works every time. Rimuru clapped his hands, and all of the injured started to heal. Valdora walked up towards Rimuru. Valdora. Hey Rimuru, seems like something come up in my domain, and Ramirez needs med, so I'll be leaving, sorry to leave so abruptly. Rimuru. It's fine, I'll see you later, brother. Valdora disappeared towards his universe. Rimuru walked over towards Seal and Chloe, but before he reached them the entire surrounding became black. Chloe. Why did you erase everything? What about the game? Rimuru. We can always continue later. I don't wanna play without Baldora, or he'll just complain forever. It's just best to pause it. He waved his hand, and the three of them were in front of the Palace of the Void. The doors opened and they were greeted by Shuna and Xion. Shuna. My lord. She smiled. Xion on the other hand ran up and hugged Rimuru. Rimuru. Hey, how is everything? Xion. Perfect as always, my lord. Rimuru. And how are the gods doing? Any of them having trouble? Shuna. No, nothing, my lord, they seem to be doing fine. Rimuru. Well, I'll go say hi. You guys stay here. Seal went inside of Rimuru again. Rimuru. Spoil. Seal. HMFP. Rimuru. You guys keep up the good work, okay? He teleported away. Universe 10 Mushoku Tensei. Almesia was sitting on a chair in her garden watching a project of someone in one of her worlds. That's when someone sneaked behind her and whispered. Rimuru. Looks fun, mind if I join? Without turning around. Almesia. Sure, I would love it. Rimuru took a seat, and the two of them started talking about the things they'd been up to. Rimuru tells her about his adventures. Also, this entire time they've been watching the boy with green eyes and blonde hair. Rimuru. So this is your main source of entertainment? Almesia. One of them. I've created countless possibilities just to see how it plays out, that's all. Rimuru. And how many is that? Almesia. I don't know, if stop counting he. I also play the role of the bad guy, or as they call me, the human god. She laughed again. Rimuru. That's so cruel, I feel sorry for that dragon god guy. Almesia laughed. Almesia. Yeah, every time I win I restart it, but I let him keep his memories. Rimuru kept looking at the screen in front of him. He saw a boy standing in a tent with a knife in his hand. Rimuru. Hey, I think your main guy is gonna kill himself. Almesia. I see, so Eris leaving him in this outcome was too much. No matter, I'll just start over. But before she could snap her fingers, Rimuru interrupted her. Rimuru. Wait, I have an offer for you, my love. He had a grin on his face. Almesia. I'm listening. Rimuru. Well, how about a little game between us? Almesia. How so? Rimuru. Well, nobody has discovered his body yet, so how about I play as him, and you try to see if you can win like the previous times? I bet this way it'll be much more fun. Almesia liked the sound of that. Almesia. And what do I get if I win? Rimuru. Whatever you want. Almesia smiled even brighter. Almesia. Deal, let the games begin. They shook hands. Rimuru. Well, I better go. Almesia. I'll crush you. Rimuru disappeared. Rimuru appeared inside the tent standing over the lifeless body. He used Void God Azathoth to devour it. Rimuru. Seal changed my appearance exactly to match that of this boy. Seal. That's easy, my lord. Rimuru appearance changed, he looked exactly like Rudius Garrett. Rudius had one green eye and one demon eye that was a bit yellow. However, Rimuru, both of his eyes were still a shining golden color. He looked in the mirror. Rimuru. What to do? Seal. Master. This seems to be a turning point in the boy's journey. Rimuru. I see. Well, Seal, what do you say we do first? Seal. How about we clear the boy's last regret? Rimuru. What's that? Seal. To save his mother. Rimuru. Oh, how sweat, haha. Rimuru. Oh, so sweat. Already, where is she? Seal. She is currently trapped inside a labyrinth, my lord. I've already got her location, would you like to teleport there? Rimuru. No, that would be boring, let's travel there the normal way. Seal. As you wish. Rimuru went to sit on the bed and read the letter that broke the boy's heart. Rimuru. So Eris, I'll see you later. He got up and gathered all the boy's belongings in his infinite space. Rimuru. Alright, Seal, let's travel. And so begins the new start of the individual known as Rudius Garrett. While walking along the road and listening to Seal give him a breakdown of how this works. Seal. There are also those known as the 7 great powers in this world. Rimuru. Are they that strong? Seal. Compared to the mortals, they are pretty strong. Rimuru. And towards us? He knew the answer but just loved messing with Seal. Seal. HMFP, they can't even scratch the master's new vessel. Rimuru. So this body you made is pretty decent. Alright, decided, I'll play along. Seal. Seal. Yes, master. Rimuru. How long would it take to reach your goal of traveling at our pace? Seal. 8 to 9 months. Rimuru. Excellent, that's enough time. Seal, you know all the techniques that they use in this world, right? Seal. Of course, master. Rimuru. Then for the next month I want you to teach me everything. Seal. I can't just implant it in your mind. Rimuru. No, that would be boring. Now come on, you trying to take the quick route. Let me train, okay, we have time. Seal. Understood. And so the journey of Rudius continues. Along the road, a lot of things happened, but he kept on with his training. Every place he went he kept on getting more famous than the previous time. It didn't take long for people to start calling him Rudius of Quagmire, the Winter Soldier. As our god Rimuru sometimes insisted on being called that because he thought it was just awesome ever since he met those of the Marvel Universe. Stories of his abilities spread wide and far. And considering he was still young, he quickly got his S-rank adventuring card. This makes some of the older adventurers jealous of him. The others had nothing but respect. Some would seek him out to test themselves against him, and he'd easily beat the crap out of them. His black clothes become his symbol even if he did not know it. Many stories spread about him, bringing darkness everywhere he went. They said the bandits and criminals were scared of him because if he's after them, there's nowhere to run or hide because he'd find them. Along with his black armor that looks like modern Earth tactical gear, but in reality, he had Seal make him the same clothes the Winter Soldier wears when he goes up against Captain America for the first time. He even had Seal make the left sleeve a shining silver color. He thought it was cool. But Seal just ignored him. He also had the mask and dark glasses. Surprisingly, these two helped a lot when he got towards the vast desert. Along with his training, he has reached Emperor tier sword rank in all 3 schools. Water God style, Sword God style, and North God style. And as far as magic goes, he's the Omni King, there's nothing he can't do. That's why he prefers the sword to make it a challenge. The sword he had was nothing special, just a normal katana. He also had a lot of combat knives on him. So after 9 months he finally reached the Labyrinth City. Rimuru. How, what do you know is built out of giant animal bones? Guess I owe Seal a drink. Seal. Told you. She had a smug look. Rimuru. Yeah. Alright, go back inside, we're about to enter. Seal went back inside. When he arrived he saw this place was busy despite being in a desert. Man, a busy city. I better find an inn. So Rudius decided to go to the inn that was in the center of the city. As he walked in, a lot of eyes were on him. That's to be expected, my body is still 13 after all. Although he was still considered short, the experienced adventurers knew he was a dangerous person, and they didn't pay him any mind at all. Of course, there were still the ideas that tried to mess with him, but they were stopped by the killing intent Rudius released. He walked up to the clerk. Rudius. I'd like a room. She was still shaking from the killing intent earlier, and the fact that his face was covered didn't help much. Clerk. Hello, of course, I'll get you a room right away. It's 1 silver coin a night. Rimuru pulled out a coin bag and counted 14 silver coins, causing some to look at his money bag. Rimuru. I'll be starting here for 2 weeks. Clerk. Understood. Just fill in your name. He signed Rudius Quagmire. When she read it. Clerk. What, your Quagmire, the Winter Soldier? She yells. Once the others heard it. One guy yelled. See, I told you, that's the Winter Soldier, pay up. No way, Quagmire himself. Just as the story says, black clothes with a silver arm and a single sword. Rudius looked at the girl. The clerk. Clerk. Sorry, Mr. Quagmire, please forgive me. She bowed. Rudius. It's all right. It can't be helped. Clerk. Mr. Quagmire, please let me make this up to you. Rimuru. Fine, can you get someone to show me around tomorrow? Clerk. Yes sir, I'll do it. I'll ask my dad to get off and show you around. My name is Alice. She gave him his key and told him the room was on the 2nd floor. When he was walking towards the stairs, he heard. Hey Quagmire, you don't look so tough, why don't you fight me? I'm sure I can crush a pipsqueak like you.